CTR, the young gun, trying to pepper through.
Staring at his map the entire time. They are flooding through connector. In fact, off the flash, they're in.
Face.
Yeah, ZTR's got a duel right here, and right now he delivers. First into config, will be found, and that's JKS putting the kit on the ground. Hampus bides his time. Rez combines with him to hold them at bay. Complexity are into the side. Blame F is still around that Palace position. Hampus will go down, and it leaves just Nork on that CT with so much of the round, but so much of the map lost. He's going to give it his best shot. Two duels there. Blame has got out of the Palace, and they're actually going for this plant. He tries to punish on that moment. Very real possibility. It's only a Mac 10. Rush makes it work. Dink exchange, but the bomb and the pressure slightly relieved, and they do have B. Config doing a whole lot here. If Hampus could cut him down to size...
He won't be ready for this, surely.
Now, he is. Doesn't get the shot, though. Config will have the site and the bomb plant likely to follow.
Important shots there from Config. Yeah, there was a lot of pressure off the Plopsky push. Looked like they were herding cattle right there towards that A bomb site. The bomb getting dropped on Poison actually forced them to go back towards B. So working in Complexity's favor in a round like this. And now it is just CTR and Nork. Last two standing. Diggles in hand. Kevlar with them. Diffuse kit in the smoke. Maybe just holding on to these might be name of the game for round number 2.
Especially considering what they've got here, Complexity. The only thing you lost in your second round was the Mac 10. Everyone else, all of their investments, even some of the bloody utility Rush brought into this one hasn't been used. So they couldn't be getting a better start to get the proceedings underway in favor of Complexity.
I think we might get a quicker day of Counter-Strike than what we had last night. Obviously, if you were tuning in, you would have seen Astralis versus Gambit. Gambit picking up a 2-0 affair there, but it was one of those slow days at the office.
Well, I mean, I think there is...
here from Config.
Yeah, Hampus is on ladder and will have a duel with Config that he's managed to win out. Plopsky as well winning his duel. It does look like good stead for Nip, but the site is lost. And JKS and Poison working on a plant. They've even lost their leader in the process. A 4 versus 2, but it's certainly not out of the realms of possibility. The bomb now ticking. Util deployed, an unfortunate lick of the flame for sound cues, building the image as to where they may be hiding, and they just stand and fight. One from short, 2 more from kitchen. JKS has got his work cut out for him here. And one closing the gap as well. And ZTR, that's enough. Cole convert, or sorry, rather concede on the B take.
All right, NIP, stand tall. And Hampus, we're going to see a lot of play from him on the CT and T sides. He is the playmaker for this team. When the going gets rough and Hampus is getting stuck in, that's the man they look to.
Round that just fell apart into a 3-man B stack. And now, well, 3-man B stack. And Rez does punish Config. They're seriously going for it straight again. And the frags, it looks all too familiar.
4 of them here now.
Molly doesn't even spread. Plopsky doesn't have to move. This is a cancel. This has to be. You can't just run on in. Hoping that Poison gets one on the jiggly Plopsky. Oh, he doesn't. This is it, straight between the legs. And that's, well, their chances completely and totally diminished. Flame and JKS divided and look to conquer.
The problem with this here is bigger for Complexity than now finding himself in a 2-1-5. NIP have gambled both times, both correctly. Now, if you're Complexity, it's very unlikely you go for that same play again. So by not making it work, if you're NIP, you're just expecting them to go for more of a default mid-control round. I think we'll see NIP a little bit more aggressive in that sector of the map next round. But how much can Blame and JKS get done? Down to 25 seconds now, and Blame in the back, he falls to Rez. JKS shouldn't be too far behind, and these have been clean as you like for NIP. This would be some 1-on-5.
I think CTR's even spotted him out, confirmed it. Flashes the AWPer off the line, that is good. Rez is there, so is Hampus. It's way too much for him. Could be under a lot of scrutiny, but it's just his toes that catch some flack. Poison as well with a little more to report. Down to 24 as they advance up mid. Now Blame is going to be smoked off. It puts a lot of pressure onto Rush. And he's, oh God, back's turned, but he was just too quickly overwhelmed, and ZTR's here to catch Blame. Out of the window, Poison alone on the site. This is looking great for the Ninjas. They're in. The site is theirs. Hampus has short. The bomb is now planted, and Rez is double kill. Looking to be converted.
But the kit now.
This gets awkward. Now, the smoke won't last for forever, and Rez confirmed on bench. Nork confirmed on apps. They've got the info. And Config is such a threat.
This is the fight.
Yes, this is the fight, and does get caught. Plopsky lurks in the smoke. Punishes him close quarters with the Glock, and that could be enough to fend them off.
Think secure in the save, yeah. Oh, Blame's going to go down there as well. At least Config has the kit. He can get out of dodge with a P250 as well.
P250 Kev and a kit, that's a dream.
Yeah, look, if you can't win the rounds, get the best you can, and that looks like the best he can for this one here. So that all kind of fell apart as soon as Poison was goosed, right? Because he couldn't re-pick, and that was kind of the safety net for Rush. Blame was trying to bait them in. He gets smoked off as well, and oh, Config, you might go down.
Emerge. And as they peek out, Blame wants info. He gets more than he bargained for. CTR, a crucial opening duel. The nade indicates Config's presence on towards short, and JKS has taken some initiative and taken some room. Huge denial. As they walk their way through middle, it's been completely and totally conceded by Cole.
Well, they're boosting for the window clear. They're down to 50 seconds as well, so time looks like it might become the problem for NIP.
Still not easy. Still not comfortable. It's an interesting Molotov, and Poison falling out of A. They can easily pivot into him. It might even be the better choice. Yeah, this is going to get really difficult. So JKS, with only his M4, he does have the ramp hold. Poison will be communicating that he's got a lot to do, and look at his positioning. He's going to let them get that bomb down, let them have the site. Hampus is all too aware, as is the squad. The bomb, or rather the planter, does go down. Little late. Poison does catch him, though, through the triple. And look at the passive hold. JKS is begging someone to try and take ramp, assume it's clear.
Here he comes.
And this is the frag he was waiting for. Now he springs to life. The bomb is down for the post-plant position.
JKS has a smoke.
Of NIP. A smoke would be a dream. A kit as well present. And now they cross. Contact about to go down. JKS is on it. They look to stand and defend. Nork with a lot of frags, but it's not stopping the defuse. JKS, he does fall. Above the smoke. Rez, you're playing a dangerous game. And Poison can't believe his luck. Very solid AWPing out of this guy. He's basically locked down the entirety of that mid-prong. 2 from Tetris. Rush and JKS to be tested here. Oh, and it doesn't get easier than that for JKS. Not looking his way. Hampus shut down. And that's the difference. The difference, it feels, you can feel it across the entire map. When you shut down the NIP mid-walk, Poison doing his job and doing it fantastically. The round does just peter out into silence. And they'll be cutting noise, can't fault them. They're looking to hopefully catch a CT in disarray, but when they've still got 5 players' hearts beating, it's very hard to find a gap. There is a slight one here, because Rush was just jump peeking. And obviously, JKS is going to be aware that this is a possibility, but it's about Plopsky sneaking in, begging JKS to peek. They've still got 30 seconds. Plopsky will spring to action as soon as he's given a chance. On to JKS. The flash is perfect. Good play from Complexity. They are not taking any chances on these exchanges. It's a nice tap. And another one from ZTR looking sharp.
They can't feed him anymore. Just let him save this AK. There's no point giving anything else up here on Complexity's side of things. That's 2 rifles they've just lost with armor behind it. So big investments for them next round. Not able to build the bank off of that. So ZTR, sure, he's not going to pick up the 13th round for NIP, but the damage he's done to the economy here is quite nice. That was also too... Blame aggressive this time.
Go on, Blame. Go on. What are you made of? Oh, he's got headshots. He'll go 1 for 1. Nork very capable in these close quarters trades. And it stops the round from spiraling. Poison wants to extend it, but Hampus wins the duel. AKV AWP mid now are less of a problem. The double AWPs becomes a single. Config now responsible for middle. NIP have managed to find 2 early casualties that favor them here. And it's such a crucial round in this game. This is Complexity's pick. This is their map. They need to prove their plan to be competitive in this series.
There'll be no money for next round if Cole loses this one.
It's certainly not out of the realms of possibility, but dude, they're vacating A and NIP are slinking their way back. The paranoia of Rush being punished on B continues to permeate through the map.
Yeah, too little too late here. JKS pushing mid for info, wrong place. Unless Config can get his way into position over towards CT spawn in 5 seconds.
You need to be quick, dude. It looks like they've paused ramp, so he might actually get there in time. Hampus is going to try and sell this as best he can. Config, though, does have the AWP, and Rush confirms that the lurk is alone. Surely JKS will get there in time. The util suggests it. And what a shot from Config as they cross default. He's put the pressure on. They're turning it on. JKS doesn't have the bullets. He's desperately trying to survive. He will find the fresh mag. Flash for the repeat, but dunked down. And good from Rush. Only naught. Can he clutch up again? A crucial round for the Swede. He's done it once. Can he do it again? He hits the first. Rush is gone. Now Orp v Orp misses his shot into the legs. Now a 1v1 of chaos. Config, he's at a disadvantage. Nork with high impact rounds continues his hunt, but he peeks into it, and Config's AWP is enough to save Complexity right down to the wire. 15 HP, but 15. Palace early.
A drive through mid.
What? They punish it again. Complexity not going to get away with it this time. And Config, the hero of the previous, the reason it reads 15, is now forced to watch as his team tries to secure the conversion of his hard work. 2, make it 3 in apartments. I don't know if JKS is even equipped for this.
He's just used a lot of his nades towards middle, so he has to drop back. He has to play ticket.
Such wide open stance.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to concede the bomb site here. This will all come down to a bit of a retake scenario unless NIP change their tack. The fact that they still have 3 players up in Palace.
Yo, Poison, you're crazy. So he's holding the light position. If he stays there, he'll be able to call if anyone's crossing late. Pins pull through mid to A. Hampus has already taken down Poison. It's looking good. Maybe JKS can handle things. 3v3. Rush does well to evade the Deagle, and he hasn't burnt just the narrowest of corners. It does spread. He will fall, and Rush is so low, the Deagle will finish the job. NIP have a huge advantage. It's only Blame. Now he has the kit, and he has the flank, perhaps even the element of surprise. Nork, the healthiest of the 2. He's flubbed the nade. Maybe can do the job. Back it across. Nork lives on. And now I'm afraid for Blame, it's just a matter of time. Uncomfortable Jules. Nork confirms it. We're off to overtime. Impossible to separate.
Through the smoke to dissuade, and this one's looking likely to be an A hit.
Oh,
okay.
Wow. That's one way to open up proceedings. Another Config entry. 2 opening kills in back-to-back defensive rounds puts NIP in a very dire circumstance. What do you do? Poison, that's a perfect timing for the incendiary. Opts for ramp. JKS using that smoke to great success, at least hide from the spray. In fact, Red's now down. And another one from Poison. The Orps are doing all the work, throwing 4 players on their backs. It's nice from Hampus. JKS. Very predictable position. You know where he is if he's still alive, but it's good from CTR. Shouldn't be much more. Down to just 2 HP. It'll be Blamed to make sure it doesn't get out of control. You can see a double nade had his name on it as well.
You don't get any stats for what JKS just did, but like the pit player on Inferno that we highlight on the CT side, survivability so your teammates can rotate over. That is fantastic work right there, and even better stuff from Config and Poison. You're right, these AWPs, ever since we spoke about it, right, there was all that B pressure coming in from NIP. There were no real eyes on the extremities, and the AWPs have come alive. One more round here in the first half of OT, and well, even an extra AWP left on the ground in Spawn. So much cash to splash.
Make this round count. They've got the boost, and it's previously cost him again. Hampus the punish. A mid-window miss from the smoke. It does enable Blame to perhaps be a bit more present on that cross to short.
Blame's gambling towards B. If he stays in kitchen right now, it's the right...
Oh, what a shot! Hampus has single-handedly taken both of the influential AWPers out. Just like that. Poison, Config, the heroes of the previous 16th and 17th for Complexity now completely nullified. The rest should be a formality. What you got for us, Rush?
It's another here.
Definitely. It's damage. It's not enough. Blame's managed to sneak ahead of the smoke. Maybe. Maybe not. Plopsky finds his head. And it will not be a perfect defense in this OT.
Yeah, and JKS just coming through Spawn there as the 40 seconds starts of the bomb timer. So for him to get back into a round like this, they know he's the A anchor. They'll be expecting the flank, and they're already positioned to deal with this. JKS not long for this world, but great for NIP to bounce on in, and there it is. Plopsky takes him on down.
Complexity. Rez is close quarters, and actually ZTR has provided the first. It seems good. Cole with 1, forcing their way back into the A site. 2 more members of the NIP squad, and Blame catches ZTR. It's a disaster. That was supposed to be the safekeeping. Now the bomb can go down. And just like that, the round has turned all around. Nice from Hampus. It's kept even. Nork's being hunted. Blame doesn't want to really play with fire. Careful, Nork, with the quick switch. He's lost his teammate, and he's made a step. Blame knows where he's coming from, and that is 18 for Complexity. 4. Rez dropping that smoke. He's going to try and peek around it and does very well to find 1. And it's Config no less, a huge prize scalp to be boasting. Poison up to his usual antics and
that's a back!
Yeah, presents his bottom for a spanking. Oh dear. Huge gaps now for the defense. What's the call from Blame?
CTR looks like he wants to gamble, right? He's already left that A site, just completely leaving Nork up to his own
with
devices.
An AWP.
Yeah, and he's going to have to go combat AWPing heavy here.
No, he should have JKS though. And he does. Now, is that the lurk or is there more? He'll drop the smoke and start asking questions of mid. ZTR rotating back, thinking better of his decision to hedge. And they do have jungle smoked. Stairs as well from Poison.
Nork's going to have to do all these AWPing from the site here. You can see he's still stranded, trying to transition back now. If the execute comes in, he could be in a world of hurt.
These smokes enable them to focus all of their attention on Nork's
This is going to be nuts.
He is in such a good position, and the close quarters AWPing pays off. Levels the odds, and then more trade from Poison, close quarters, and now a 1v2. ZTR peppered by the P250. He actually burns to the molly. He did enough with the P250. He's made it a 1v1. Poison looking to end it right here and right now. It looks so good for NIP, and now Hampus has to secure it. If he wants to go double OT, 25 seconds. We've seen Poison play around this box. So close on the first, and he's done it with a quick one. Poison's learned a lot about just that effective T-side map control driven denial. Talking of, Poison takes the nade straight out of the equation, fighting on Fountain. Rez is close, he knows it's a possibility, so Poison actually choosing to stick around, spots out, still Nork there, and he's doing that entirely on his own. Hampus taking some initiative and taking some of the site. JKS, you better keep your hands on the keyboard, young man, because Hampus is coming. Oh, duel, crucial duel, and it is traded. Plopsky, however, meets Config up close. Chances dwindle. Rez needs this frag. You can see how much he's hunting for it. Does want to take Config while he knows it's the 1v1. Pushing in, and Nork actually got a bit of a gap here. He can punish Config. Yeah, that's a free frag. One more to make it competitive, but Rush, with one click of his mouse, thrusts Rez into an unfavorable 1 versus 3.
He can pivot back. He has time to do so, but looks committed now.
Yeah, a headshot onto Blame. Could have started something, but there you have it. Complexity, locking it down on the defense. Rush, he hears it. He confirms it. And tucked in such a good position. Rush, timing. It's everything. 1.5. May not be enough. Complexity ready to batten down the hatches.
Still coming.
Double setup on short. And from heaven, he should have a sitting first. There goes one. And on short they stand. Chances dwindle. The boost could be everything, and it does put the bomb loose. That's going to get really awkward. They have to be planting now, and he's open. Rez from heaven to defend. That was the chance. Config lays it all out in the open. A wide swing and a spray to try and knock him off the bomb. It could have been the round winner. JKS would have only had to survive, but instead now he just presented a 1v3 and a smoked off site. Doesn't seem too scary, but there goes Nork, a blind one straight through, and now a smoke of his own design to close the gap onto the site. The spray's not far off either. Hampus hanging around the pillar. Time unfortunately shaved down as the incendiary does pop, just completely not removing any likelihood of JKS closing this gap. He'd love to stop that AWP from being saved, and you can hear it leaving. Can he get it? Yes, he can. No AWP for you. But round all the same. NIP will take that one. Rez a big part of that.
Oh, is he going to get there?
2. Make it 3. Aggressing. Oh, Rush ready. And Hampus meets his M4. Early first frag now for the CTs, and they're walking into Poison's domain here.
This is rough.
Oh, he's not ready at all, dude. He's still playing anti-flash. He's a dead man walking. Poison, how fast are your flicks, bro?
Oh, no!
He actually gets one. Shouldn't have ever been in the realms of possibility. Maybe even a second now as ETR around the corner does bait the shot. That was exactly what he needed. Okay, the round continues. A little red face and a very quick wrist from Poison. Now Blame swung on, will go down. ZTR providing all of the crucial frags. Nork, Optimus, he heard that. The nade could soften him up for this flank. Config's very quick on it, needs to control the taps and does so. Nork to clutch. Nade on his nose. Slight gap, but crossing nonetheless. And now the Config frag comes in. It's just JKS, even more damage dealt to him. His head's been spotted. He's going for the no-scope. He's going for the no-scope, but JKS prevails. And just in the nick of time, Complexity snatch away the 1v1.
That was so dicey. I have no idea what Rez would have seen. Does he come around the corner with a nade? I don't know how he doesn't see poison for days there.
Air POV would have been really interesting. I wonder if they just completely weren't pre-aiming it, expect broken, and then have okay buys that are beaten up by the fully bought up Ts. From max loss bonus to max win bonus, they are slaying. Into the fast B now. They have got the pieces in the right place here, and JKS no slouch. The spray only allowed to one. Rush stands and does deliver. Plopsky's there on the barrels, needs to adjust quickly and has. Rush has done enough. Rez is low. Nork's on the site as well. If he could just find one more. Smoke onto the bomb, and he plans to incendiary it just at the right time. Should stop the retrieval and make this round a guarantee, which it is. Complexity, no need for all the nades when the bullets are set up, and it's going to be completely flashed off. No one checks barrels, and Hampus profits. It's only two. Plopsky, however, quick to the trigger on the second, and now it does come down to these final few bits.
Oh, not like this.
Shooting from Blame. Perhaps it is like this. He's been handed a 1 versus 2. The loss of config still very recent. He knows they'll look for info. Now, just juking it out. One of them is closing the gap, and that's confirmed now. Good shot from ZTR, or rather onto ZTR, confirms that there's one pushed up towards these box position. Now, it's no fun for Blame. The fact that the bomb lost just out of his retrieval range, that's why ZTR was so ready and willing to push up. Now, he could still be Monster, and that's what ZTR is pre-aiming, but there should be a timer on this where they consider that short position.
He hasn't reloaded on the 8 bullets for this.
Oh, and
they're both tucked in.
Peek him. That's so well played by the Swedes. You're never going to get them both. Maybe even not one. No armor. Body shots are enough.
Chaos and Blame usually third to fourth. Usually, well, let's be honest, last in, if we're going to stop mincing words. So that means Rush is going to have to get stuck into this one with config and poison. And they're just combing through the map right here. Nobody over towards B whatsoever, setting up for an A finish, and Rez wants a fight.
Oh, and actually in the Fading Flames, a chance was given. Poison unable to convert it.
This one might just peter out. The T side for Complexity is going to be very worrying.
Yeah, this is a cause for concern already. I mean, bear in mind, NIP, this is their pick, and their CT side will be rigid. So unless they find their way into the site now, it seems too easy for Nork. He tries to transfer to no avail. A man advantage as that bomb likely to go down. No one can contest immediately. They do have that man advantage though, and they want to try and press the issue just a little on this plant. Rez has only got a scout. Config. Oh! Caught just as he tried to rack closer. Extends the advantage, and with a scout no less. Rez finds the scalp, Rush isn't ready for this, and it's just falling apart for Complexity. Blame. He's got to deal with so many targets. He's just going to get overrun, and another successful retake from the Swedes.
Yeah, easy stuff there, and that was the
How
first
much did
real
he see
test.
on that?
It must have just gone from being light to dark, right? And we already knew that config...
His flank, yeah, and he's checking it now. Poison, he's orped these halls before. He knows how it works, but Nork does successfully open up the account. To back to site, that's his next battle. And config, he's been smoked off, and he hears the retreat of Nork. Tucked in now on Optimus. And held by Rez. Great setup, baited in. The power of a sound cue lulls config into the frag. And that's 2. Quick opening frags. They're going. Maybe CTR staring at the floorboards. If they lose another, Plopsky denies. A crucial spray and 10 for the Ninja's defense.
Oh, okay.
Setups. And oh no! Through the monster tunnel. It could have been a disaster. It still can. ZTR's on the site unchecked. The spray from JKS hasn't confirmed his location. He's just begging for a chance, and it may very well come. Can he knock off the bomb? He can. Rush is found. He's got smokes to hide around. And now a man advantage. They needed this one. This was theirs for the taking, and now it can be denied. They're coming up short. JKS, is he ready? He is! And he pulls it across the... Really struggling to find anything to dig their teeth into on this T side.
Well, one way here. Trying to work around this.
Ooh, Plopsky, he's wise to their games. JKS has been sent out on a mission, but Plopsky can just peek into it. Oh, what a reaction! He was unprepared and still finds a crucial 4v4, an equalizing frag. Alrighty then, Rez. Nice work. Works his way up the underpass. Config caught out again. 2 rounds in a row where their sharpest tool Sent to an early grave.
Well, he's going to continue to push through connector here. Rez has completely dissected this T side. If he just disappears, if he's just gone, they could be behind all of them, right? Is he flanking A? Is he flanking B? There's a minute on the clock, and they're not going to find him.
All was blown off, so like they have no answers. Rez is coming around the world. This is a round-winning play. Like Jake, yes, he's aware.
He needs to be more aware. Oh, this is a possibility now.
Yeah, I mean, he's an aware player. I just don't think he's even going to have considered this option. Yeah. And with the back turned, JKS hunted down. Trigger discipline, crucial. And into the site with a chance, perhaps. Rez's presence is enough to deter them from doing anything fast. Util and a plant. Rez confirmed he's still on that monster side. The rest advancing much more predictably. That smoke might actually help Blame. Gives him a bit of a moment to focus on Rez. Still spots him out, confirms his location. A gap as well for Blame to work off. Now this 2v4 becomes a 2v2. They're doing it. 14th in elusive round. Falls to Poison to come up clutch, and he is going around the world.
Hasn't been heard.
Hasn't been heard. They know he's coming from short, or at least they suspect it, and now they are there to react in time. Nork very quick to the trigger. It could have been an equalizer, but instead, NIP 1-0. Aggro?
I think we are. JKS about to be tested here.
Oh, JKS, he's checking it intermittently. It's fading now.
Oh!
Gone! Immediately deleted by ZTR, the boy who lived. A. And it is, you talked about this, A has not worked out well for Complexity and Rez with his info push now on long. Config may not catch him.
They've died in the back so many times, Cole.
I want to see it. Check it. No, he hasn't. Oh, Rez has caught the timing perfectly.
Poison's dead in the back.
Completely. Rez again. What a ninja. Living up to the namesake of the organization. Another frag. He wants to finish this here in regulation. It's only Blame. It's only Config. And despite a harrowing CT affair, it's all onto one man now. Blame to keep Cole's dreams alive. ZTR, oh, caught on a jump. He will finish the job, but the trade is there, and NIP take us to 3. Hard fought, my goodness, right down to the wire. We finish it. And already aggressive mid, but this is a bit silent. They're doing it kind of contact-esque.
Out to pounce.
Yeah, I think Config's got a whiff of it. Blame tucks in passive. This is such a common CT pistol now. And it is looking so punishing. Now the frags come in. P250, in fact, equipped. Config wasn't ready, but that doesn't matter. CTR on banana. God, he's actually choosing to stick around. This is very brave from the young gun. And he's looking for a head. He actually finds more than he bargained for. 3 in quicks.
They're setting up for this Complexity.
Yeah, I mean, dude, a bomb plant would be a dream. If they can get it off the back of a couple of Deagle frags, which is not to be. Everyone just seems to be lining up for them at the moment. First with the USPs, now with the MP9s. JKS, can he plant? Can he? No, Nork's not going to allow things like that to happen. 2 people, or rather 1.5 people every round with 1 kill to show for it 3 rounds in.
He's been a bit hard done by there, old Hampus.
Let's see if he can recover himself some bloodshed of his own. Oh, the spray was just a little off, and Rush was very ready to transfer. They've confirmed Banana is theirs. Now, what does that do to the CT
side?
The timing. Yeah, Rez caught out, Config lurk.
He's
now
open.
He can completely lock the doors on A. If he just pushes the issue a bit too much, well, he's killing everyone. Can't blame him. Doesn't really matter either way. CTR, hello. No one checking him. Oh, dear. Oh, no, it could actually be a disaster. He's dead now. I mean, unless they all reload at the same time.
He's just mollied on top of the bomb. Oh, okay. I thought maybe you could string that one out. Even long as they give any indication with smokes or nades being lined up, the CTs can smoke this off. Nork has a Molotov as well. You can see the plan.
Yeah, this is actually really nice. So he's holding the almost a guaranteed frag line. Like, yeah, you're going to get that every day of the week. Then you can flash and set up for round 2. Comes the commitment. Still 3 on A, so if they could just find these players, there's one more to be found, and Nork's down. Cole have the sight. They need this round, and they're going to fight. CTR's arrived already from CT. Hampus is working on his banana as well. Now, there is 0 util for the Ts. And the first flash sails in. Vision's forced Config off of his boost. And he wants to fight CT. Doesn't want them to fully set up and pincer from 3 directions at once. And so standing in limbo, JKS finds 1 from his elevated pool position. And the remaining 2 now perhaps just looking to stop the exit of the Complexity members. That's a duel that Config wins out easy. And the rest is for just damage. Complexity, these don't come easy. Nice find. And so the third is found and they maintain 3. Late presence in that second mid. Shot is fired off.
Same setup here, right? Hampus ready with the flash. Plopsky standing to deliver.
Oh, it's good timing. Again, vision completely denied. Their timing is impeccable. They need to find the trade. Poison loses his life in pursuit of it. Plopsky making that MP9 so valuable. And they're going again. He's kissing him in the smoke. Somebody kill him. How is Plopsky getting away with this? Finally, they find him. Good grief. God, he made it so hellish. And now this man disadvantage has been leveled. It's only short-lived. JKS walks dry into the AWPer. Config has slipped the net, though. This is something. And the smoke's enabling him to crawl. He'll have that Vesper angle. I don't think Nork's ready for this. 1. A second required. ZTR spotted. Drops his smoke. He will be hunted. They are prioritizing the ZTR frag. He actually landed on his head. And that's enough to open up the site. Now a re-smoke perfect from Config. Loses his life to the nade. Rez doesn't want to let this slip. He's actually managed to get back into the site, and that's enabled by Hampus. Perfect play. Let's see.
Here we go again.
Definitely still leaning Ninja's way after their fantastic first half. A bit of a change now after Complexity have held that for the majority. Now, Nork's coming through this underpass. Perhaps he's ready to deal with it. This is the same CT aggressive pistol, but it's this time T-frags that fill the feed. Config in trouble. He'll be finished off nicely by the Glocks. Blame needed 1 in the hectic cross of 4. They're all across, and this does spell trouble. This spells another round, and Complexity starting to really feel the pressure of the ninjas here on Inferno. Ooh, ouch. Response, very cool, calm. And he collects a headshot.
There's no kit. It was 5 sets of Kevlar out of Complexity in a round like this, and for JKS and Blame, who's now on 4 HP, how do they get back into this?
Another one of those from Blame would be nice. Not going to come that easy. Hampus jiggles it out nicely. Oh, maybe he has found enough, because now JKS has been handed a 1v2 and predicts Plopsky on that swing, and a good clean headshot. Has to be pushing this issue now, and there's the head! They do it! Turned on its head in the final seconds. Blame and JKS combine 2v4.
Oh, they needed that one.
Oh my God, get me an EpiPen. That is no
contact, or they go for a full set piece here. Either way, it's just the deagle of Config and a USP of JKS. This one should be done as well.
It certainly should. Config, no armor, no health, and no hope. 13 secured as they enter into B.
Won't even get that gun right because of the Hampus situation with the USP. So Blame's gone looking for a gun that doesn't even exist in a round like this. And he's not going to find it. So he gets nothing for his troubles. They lose another round. The scoreline right now is going to be sitting at 13-6. And while I was talking about lack of money, this AK is really important for Poison to keep. But they're still going to have teammates across the board here who aren't going to have everything that they want. So NIP is set up for success. This is their game to lose now.
And they're feeling that as well.
Complexity took down NaVi and VP on the road to this point and now been stalled out by NIP, the team that topped their group.
Yeah, I mean, this will be a redemption, a result from the Ninjas, considering that seeds of doubt have been sown. Nice try from Blame, tries to come alive as it blown and subvert the expectation. Oh, he's doing it again. They're straight through. And nice work from Poison to at least find one, but the flank from Rez is so fast. He's coming up long. Rush is good to punish. They need another here, and Config can't find it. Neither can Rush. Bullets down range.
Oh!
Nice damage. It could be the dunk. It's only Nork. Crucial nade. And he's down to 7 HP. Surely Blame F and JKS, the clutch kings of the second round, can pull this one out. Or Nork is met, and recovery of whatever they can will be made. Complexity survive the first test at 13.
That was a quicker pace round out of NIP there, trying to really take advantage of that 3-man B lane. You can see Poison getting one integral because if 2 players make
fast. This feels very fast. Yeah, straight through the smoke. Down he goes. Poison's just about there in time. And now has vision, trying to provide some degree of support. They've got 3 CTs on the A site. He peeks in very well to find one, and another from Poison. Sends them all home. Tags up Rez. Hampus has emerged, but it's only good for one. And TTR wants to throw out his balcony smoke.
Here comes the nades.
Config Oh, one straight to the back of the neck and another as well. This is good from the Ninjas. Oh dear, overrun.
Have to save. They can't go for this. There's
Just
no way
like
for Complexity
that.
to get back in.
NIP explode onto A, the set piece. Perfectly calculated.
I think I've seen them run that a bunch of times, and most of the time they just get caught with their nades out. They absolutely get disintegrated, and here it's work. Here the nades have landed. It opened them up the site, and just blame F and JKS to save on B, and yeah, have it. We'll take the round. That's 15 for the Swedes.
I mean, if we could have any sort of just, I want to see like a bird's eye view of that, you know? Trying to understand how that all went down.
Because it feels like an Apps pop, right? When you see the lurk smoke come out on the balcony, you're expecting, okay, the waterfall, the flash is going to come. You're trying to isolate that pit play, get yourself a bit of space. Instead, 2 nades come from short, 1 from the apartment's position. If you're not swinging wide, you're definitely going to go down. And that smoke was Config's friend. They were hoping that he saved it for exactly that, because he's always going to play.
Oh dear, Nork's not interested in too much more. Plopsky is, loses vision, tucks in, and the battle rages on for banana supremacy. They completely give it up. It's actually going to be just JKS who's parked at half health with an AK.
Oh, a Molotov on his position. He's dead. No smoke to extinguish it. Flashes will be good. He'll be in the open, and they're already setting up. If they just walk
Bomb
in,
is T-ramp.
but they can just walk in contact here. Look at this. There's nobody even peeking. Nobody even jiggling. Hampus can push the issue.
NIP.
What is JKS meant to do?
Is all they require. Semi-final spot. Config's very late on this rotate, and
He's
JKS,
dead.
yeah, he's a dead man walking. At least he's not behind the new box. And as they peek out, oh, the flash actually catching the CT player. He does well to find one, but the trades favor Ninjas as the site becomes theirs. The rest a formality. Nork over the smoke, blame down, forced to watch as this one comes to a close. Or have you got anything left? Poison predicted, Nork executes him. And it's just rush against the world. Complexity conceding a reverse sweep. It started with that W on Mirage. And now the Ninjas demand respect and demand a semi-final spot. Nork secures it, pulls them across the line. Ninjas in pajamas versus Gambit.